Welcome to Surds Level 3, one step in a level by level practice course. Pause the video now, try the problems on the screen, and I'll go through them with you shortly. At the end of the video, you can use the end screen to either practice more at this level or move up to the next one, and you can find topic by topic playlists on the channel homepage. In problem 1, we're simplifying the square root of 10 multiplied by the square root of 7. First thing we need to do is to check whether either of those two surds can be simplified. And because 10 can't be divided by any numbers on the square number list, and neither can 7, they can't be simplified individually. So what we can now do is multiply them together. And the way that we multiply surds together is we multiply the numbers under the surds together. So the square root of 10 multiplied by the square root of 7 is just the same as the square root of 10 multiplied by 7. And since 10 times 7 is 70, we get the square root of 70. A final check for simplifying is whether the 70 can be divided by any of the numbers on our square number list, and it can't. So this means that the square root of 70 is simplified, and that's our final answer to problem 1. In problem 2, we're simplifying 3 root 6 multiplied by 2 root 11. Now to start, we're going to look at each of the surds and see whether we can simplify them. But again here, because 6 and 11 can't be divided by any of the numbers on our square number list, we can't, so we need to just multiply. Now here we can multiply the numbers outside the surds first. So 3 times 2 gives us 6. And now multiplying together the two numbers under the surds, we have root 6 times root 11 is the same as the square root of 6 times 11. And 6 times 11 is 66. So this becomes 6 root 66. Our final check is to see whether 66 can be divided by any of the numbers on our square number list, and it can't. So this means it's simplified, and 6 root 66 is our final answer to problem 2. In problem 3, we're simplifying the square root of 20 multiplied by the square root of 20. There are different ways of doing this, but by far the easiest is to understand that when you times a surd by itself, the square root part disappears and it just leaves the number underneath. So what this means is that the square root of 20 multiplied by the square root of 20 just gives us 20, and that's our final answer to problem 3. In problem 4, we're simplifying 2 root 12 squared. Now when we square a number, we're multiplying it by itself. So this is equivalent to 2 root 12 multiplied by itself, 2 root 12. Now here we could try and simplify the root 12s if you'd like, because 12 can be divided by 4, so we can simplify them. Having said that, we can see that we're going to have a surd multiplied by itself, and this is really easy to simplify. So we're going to start by just multiplying straight away. So looking at the numbers outside the surds, 2 times 2 is 4, so this becomes 4. And moving on to the surds, root 12 times root 12 is just 12, because when we multiply a surd by itself, we're just left with the number under that surd. So this becomes 4 multiplied by 12. And because 4 times 12 gives us 48, 48 is our final answer to problem 4. In problem 5, we're simplifying root 5 plus 3 multiplied by 2 root 20 minus 2. Now to simplify this, we need to expand the brackets. And if you'd like some extra support on expanding brackets in general, please take a look in the top right corner where you can find a link to my course. Back to the question, to expand these brackets we're going to start by multiplying together the first two terms. So we have root 5 multiplied by 2 root 20. Now the root 5 actually has a 1 in front of it, so it's a 1 root 5. So we can start by multiplying together 1 and 2, which is 2, and then root 5 multiplied by root 20 is root 5 times 20. Next we can multiply together 1 root 5 by minus 2, and this gives us minus 2 root 5. 3 multiplied by 2 root 20 gives us plus 6, because 3 times 2 is 6, root 20. And finally 3 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 6. We now need to go through each of these terms to see whether we can simplify any more. So starting with the first term, we have 2, and 5 times 20 is 100. So we have the square root of 100. Looking at minus 2 root 5, we can't divide 5 by any numbers on our list of square numbers, so this can't be simplified. So this stays as minus 2 root 5. Looking at the plus 6 root 20, we can divide 20 by 4, and 4 is on our list of square numbers, so this can be simplified. And because 20 is 4 times 5, this becomes 6 times root 4 root 5. And we have a minus 6 on the end. Back to the first term, the square root of 100 is just 10. So this becomes 2 times 10. We have a minus 2 root 5, which can't be simplified. And now we have plus 6 root 4 root 5. And because 4 is a square number, we can square root it. This becomes plus 6. Square root of 4 is 2. So we have times 2 root 5 and a minus 6 on the end. Going back to our first term again, 2 times 10 is 20. Minus 2 root 5 can't be simplified. And 6 times 2 root 5 is plus 12 root 5. And we have a minus 6 on the end. To finish this question off, we can now just collect together the like terms. So we have 20 minus 6, which gives us 14. And then minus 2 root 5 plus 12 root 5 gives us plus 10 root 5. Because minus 2 plus 12 is 10. So 14 plus 10 root 5 is our final answer to problem 5.